Hello everyone, and welcome back to Allthemod 6. Now, in theory, my audio should be fine for this episode. I did a preview before it, and everything was fine, so if it's not working, I'm just as angry as you are. So, in the last episode, I believe we set up the Ice and Fire Dragon Fortress from the mod Ice and Fire, so that was nice. These guys have been running. They didn't get us too much stuff because we don't have Vibranium yet. We used to have unlimited Vibranium, but our bees got radiated, and they're no longer with us. So I've rearranged the little bee room over here. So as you can see, oh, actually one of the things has gone. Did we get Vibranium from it? Oh, we didn't. Each time the Allthemodium bee goes here, and then back into the apiary, it has a chance to pollinate these blocks. And you either get a Vibranium nugget, or you get a Vibranium bee, right? So pretty big difference there. So yeah. Now I've automated this in the past. I'm hoping I don't have to automate it this time around. I'm hoping just we'll get lucky, because I don't really want to have to set it up to be automated just to tear it down again. But if we do need to do that, then that's fine. In the past, you got a Vibranium spawn egg for the bee, the Vibranium bee spawn egg. Nowadays, you actually get... Do we actually... Oh, we have it. We have a Vibranium bee. Okay, we actually have two. Huh. I was going to say, instead of getting the spawn egg, you get the bee jar. Huh. I'm a little bit confused, though, because only one of the blocks disappeared, and yet we have two of those bee jars. And how come when I search Vibranium, it doesn't show up there? But when I search bee, it shows up, but with the extra thing. I thought it disappeared for a second. That's why I went really quiet. Okay, well, you know what? That's good. At least we now have this bee. So I'm going to head over here. And by the way, you might notice when I mine these blocks, I get experience. Is that not insane? I am getting experience from mining any block with this thing. I'm guessing it's from Experience Boost 3. Either way, that's pretty crazy. We literally level up every day, despite being level 130. Okay. So, what are we doing this episode? First things first, I want to make the next tier of this, what am I saying? Void Miner. I want to make the next tier. We should have enough stuff now. It's been a few episodes. If we search Ironite, sure enough, we have 200. I don't necessarily know if that's enough, but I guess we'll find out. Crystal Miner, everything was still good. We're going to find out if it was enough, right? So, we're going to have to make some patterns, because that's sort of how we do these things. So Ironite is what we're after, the tier 5. So we want to make the recipe for the Void Miner itself. If it wants to, yep, there we go, it pops up. This is going to cost an unobtainium block and the Ironite crystals. And then we're also going to need to get, if we search Ironite, we're going to need Ironite structure frames. They themselves don't cost too much Ironite. But they do, I believe, this thing. This interconnect. Ooh, that actually requires 4. I thought it wasn't going to require that much. Okay, so they do require quite a bit of Ironite. And then if we hold shift on the Void Miner, I think that's the only thing that really matters. Ooh, apart from actually, input, I believe we need to get the recipe for this guy. The Ironite input. So we'll place this here. Create that recipe, and that should be everything. That should be all the recipes we need. So I'm just going to slap them all in here. We're going to see exactly what we need. So I'm going to search for Void. We're going to go ahead and ask for one Ironite Void Miner. Ooh, it needs a Vibranium block. Oh, well, that takes care of that. The reason it needs that Ironite block is because it uses the previous one, and the Palladium one used the Vibranium. So it makes sense. We're going to order this. It will craft it for us. Saves us a lot of time. Then we're going to ask for... How many do we need? 68 tier 5 frames. This might be a problem. This genuinely might be... We might not have this. What was it? We have it on the side here. 68. Oh my. I doubt we have enough. Ooh. We need 78 more. That is actually quite unfortunate. Okay. I don't really know. Ooh, you know what I do know, actually? I do know something. We should have Mica. Yes, we have some Mica. Now, this stuff, if you remember from the last episode we did on the Void Miner, these are used to make a bunch of different frequencies at a higher level. So you're actually able to make like the litherite, which is the first tier of the void miners. You can make those modifiers, so litherite modifiers. But in order to make these higher level ones, you needed a little bit of mica on the side. So now, I might actually be able to put some upgrades into this guy to make him run a bit faster. Because as you can see, he has room for, what, 12 upgrades? 12 modifiers? That's pretty good. I think we do have some modifiers here, but we don't have the higher leveled ones. The recipes, honestly, for this mod are a little bit annoying to automate. Because they don't all show up in JEI, which is honestly quite annoying. So, modifier. Once again, I feel like well, I don't really know what I want. I sort of feel like I want just, like, maybe amplification, bandwidth, and frequency. They sound... No, I don't know, they sound pretty good. You know what? I'm going to Google it. I'm going to see if I can find something about it. Okay, I have learned quite a little bit in a short amount of time. So, the way that these work, right? I was pretty much right. I wanted to just be using the amplification, the bandwidth, and the frequency. So my understanding is amplification increases the accuracy of the laser. Now, what that means is it's dependent on the color of the lens. So the lens themselves, they determine what sort of drops you're going to get. I haven't looked up what exactly that means. Like, I don't exactly know what this colored lens is going to get me, but we can probably get a good idea once we start increasing the modifiers and, like, I guess seeing how many resources we get. So that's the amplification. So possibly even we might not even want to do this because I don't really know how the lens work yet. But when we do understand that, that's what we'll use. The bandwidth modifier, this increases how many blocks you get each time this mines. So the way that this guy works, and I don't know if it shows it down here. I think maybe if we open this guy up, it tells us the tick time. But essentially every time it processes, apparently we're lagging pretty bad at the moment. Every time it processes, it mines a certain amount of blocks. Let's say it mines like 5 crystals. If we increase that bandwidth, instead of mining 5 crystals, it might mine 15 crystals every time it does that. And then there's the frequency modifier, and that increases the speed at which that happens. So instead of being maybe 700, maybe it will be shorter, and maybe we'll be able to see that. I don't really know. Okay, so I guess I guess that's pretty much it. Now, in the video I watched, I think they were going to craft them in this guy here, the assembler. I do apologize. Oh, no. Wait, what's the assembler? Is this the assembler? No, this is the assembler right here. The server is lagging quite badly at the moment, so I do apologize. This video might be a bit slow. This is the one, probably not the one, but this is one of the drawbacks from playing on a server as opposed to, playing in a single-player world or something like that. So this is the assembler. I don't know if we have to craft the things in there or if we can do them in our inventory. I honestly don't know. What does that say in the corner? Stack size 1. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. So instead of trying to figure out whether we do know, I'm probably just going to get the recipes in here. So I'm going to search modifier. I am probably going to mainly go for the bandwidth and the frequency. So I believe we have these modifiers in here, the litherite versions. So now we just need to add the other versions. So modifier, right? We go to bandwidth. We're going to right-click on it to see what this modifier is used in. So we're going to be using a litherite modifier instead of just, quote, bandwidth modifier because this block it's showing us doesn't exist. Like, they all have tiers. It's very confusing, and they make it hard for me to explain it because I don't really know how to explain this easily. Ooh. Wait a minute. Wait a hot minute. Hold up. This might work. Ionite interconnect and a bandwidth modifier. No way that works. Give me a second. Ionite interconnect. Let me craft one of these. Oh, wait, no. Interconnect. Let me craft a palladium one, because we're not even up to ionite yet. We don't have enough blocks. Ionite, palladium interconnect. Can I just place this on top of something? No. I don't know if you can tell, but I've just confused myself once again with these recipes. Let me clear this. Okay, modifier. Bandwidth. See, this guy, why does he only use the interconnect? Like, why does he only use an ionite one instead of all the mica and the other stuff? I don't understand. Oh, you know what? I do understand. Is it because you can't physically make them any other way? It is. Okay, so the bandwidth only comes into play once we get up to the ionite stage. Okay, that makes perfect sense. So the bandwidth modifier, we can't even use. Great, wonderful. What about the frequency modifier? This one could be nanorite, erodium, okay. Some other word I can't pronounce, ionite, litherite, come on, aethium, and palladium. Okay, so this is what we want. We're going to place this in here. We're going to get rid of this frequency modifier in the middle. We're going to search, I'm going to have to make one. Ugh. It's so messy. I'm going to have to make a frequency modifier from, like a litherite one, and have it in my inventory to put it into the recipe because I can't search it up in JEI. This mod, this one particular part of the mod really frustrates me, as well as the fact that there's not really a book. Like, you're just supposed to, I guess. And I don't know if I like that too much. Also, the crafting is taking a little while, which I'm not a fan of. But I don't think that's the mod's fault. Okay, so frequency modifier litherite goes in the middle instead. It'll give us the same upgrade. There we go. Okay. I think that's good enough. And by good enough, I mean, I might just make 12 of these and see exactly what happens. So I'm going to search modifier. We are going to go to the palladium frequency modifier. And I'm going to ask for 12 of these. Start. It requires these frequency modifiers. Did I not? I'm going to lose my mind. I think what I need to do is set it to be exact. Frequency modifier exact. Thank you. Uses exact mode. Place that back in. Now this should work. Modifier. Frequency, palladium, 12. Now it works. Okay. So once you replace the modifier ingredient with the litherite one, you have to set it to exact, and then it works. That should craft. We could look on our thing, although it's already crafting some, so it might not take too long. Oh, there's no way you're waiting on obsidian. Is the problem I haven't hooked this up yet? It is. It is. Give me a second. We're cancelling these. We're cancelling these. We're going around back here, and we're replacing this with an external storage. External storage is there. Priority 40. Okay. Now we have 98,000 obsidian. That won't be a problem anymore. Okay. I do apologize for the mess that this episode is already. That should craft relatively quickly now because it doesn't have to wait on anything else. In theory. Although it's still taking a while, so apparently my theory's wrong. Oh no, there it is. All 12. Beautiful. Hopefully this is fun. We might, because I wanted to do this quickly, but I'm starting to think maybe the whole focus of this video should be the modifiers, and maybe I'll go read up about the lens, so that this can be a little bit of an informative episode. I'm just tearing apart these null modifiers, because they sort of sit as placeholders, right? And we're going to replace those with these frequency modifiers. So if you remember, I believe it said tick duration was, what exactly did it say? I believe it was 700. So I'm going to place these down and then see if that number changes. We're going to open this guy. Duration is still 700, but tick cost is a lot higher now, and we just drained all of our power. I don't think these cables are good enough to transfer the power. That's not necessarily bad, because I believe we have flux points automated, so I should honestly be able to just do that. And how much is it using? There's no way. That is a lot of power. That is an insane amount of power. What? How much are we getting? Ionite. Are we able to see this go up? Not yet. Ionite structure frame. It was 68, wasn't it? Missing 78. Okay. I was just making sure that was the same amount and that we didn't have more already. Here. Let me check real quick. I'm going to get flux points. I'm going to get 2 more. So I'll wait for that to craft another one. And I'm going to place these here and here. So on the other inputs. And I'm going to set them up as well. The reason for this is I don't know if all of these points actually need to be powered. I don't really know how it works. I don't know. Are we getting stuff now? Ionite. Not really. Why is it using so much power if we're not getting that much out of it? Let's open this guy up. Okay, so he's full of power now, so that's not a problem. Can these be toggled? No, it doesn't necessarily look like it. Okay. I wonder if it is the lens that is the problem. Are we able to get just a normal lens from this mod? Yes, I have quite a few of them. I'm going to switch this lens out to just a white lens and see if that somehow does anything. So the white lens has gone in. It might take a little bit to update. Do we get any difference? You know, while this is figuring out, oh, it went up to 5. Did you see that? We got a single ironite. Oh, another one. Oh, I think this lens was a problem. Right? Because that's pretty good. Were you able to see stuff going in here? I don't know. I don't know. I'm excited. You know, I'm going to look up what the lens do. I'm going to see if there's a tutorial for that. Okay, so I had a little bit of another read. I don't think that the lenses actually matter in terms of the crystals you get. I don't think it changes. This is more for like the resources. So for instance, this light blue one would give us more apatite, Certus quartz, and charged Certus quartz. So that's not exactly what it's for, or you know, what we need it for at the moment. So I guess that's pretty useless. This guy's going up faster than it was with the lens, so I don't really know if it has an impact. Another thing to note is if you had put the what's the one? What was the modifier called? The amplification modifier. If you were to put some of these on, having them maxed out wouldn't necessarily give you more like you know, Certus quartz or whatever from the lens. More of a mix is the better option. So you could do like 6 and 6, so 6 speed and 6 accuracy, and that's probably better. That's at least my understanding of what I read. So this guy's up and running with the modifiers. As you can see, we're still got to wait quite a bit, so it's not like it's all over yet. Instead of wrapping up this episode, I do want to do some other things. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do, because I want to try and set up the mycelial generators, because this looks really fun. A bunch of those to do. The problem there is I have to wait for some latex to actually make some of the stuff. We could probably make a few of them. The other thing I want to do was we now have the ability to make UU matter with unobtainium vibranium alloy dust. So this needs to be crushed, which we can do in a crusher or a pulverizer. We'll probably just do the crusher one. Let me actually set that up, because I feel like this is probably something we want to do. So UU matter, unobtainium in the crusher. That's good. The actual... Nah, I think that's fine. I think that's the only recipe we want. And then I think we head around the back here. And one of these is a crusher. And we just sort of have to hover over them until they tell us that they're a crusher. Or I'm completely wrong and the crusher's actually here. So I might even leave that one there. I know I just said that I was looking for it. We're just going to set it up with the pulverizer, because I've got that in a much better spot for myself. Actually, I think this recipe is just the same. So I think we go over here, we find the pulverizer, so this guy right here, and we just chuck in our recipe, and that should be good. Now, if I put these vibranium alloys in there, and I search UU matter, I should be able to craft 16 UU matter. So we'll press that, and I mean, it should happen relatively quickly, I think. I guess we're about to find out. The only other thing I need to do, well, I say the only other, some other things that I need to do is I need to automate the antimatter going in here, which should be relatively easy. We might be able to do that in this episode just real quick. And I also need to automate fluorite at some point. We still don't have any fluorite. So that is a problem. You know how I said it's a problem? Somehow it's not a problem. I don't entirely know where we got all this fluorite from. Possibly from the quarry, if the quarry is still running. I don't know if it is. Possibly from the void miner. Maybe. Either way, we still will need to automate fluorite at some point, but we can at least, I guess, get this stuff started. In fact, surely it is started. Like, yeah, what's going on here? Are we out of... What are we out of? Alright, well, I'm going to quickly add this recipe. So, the fluorite going into the chunk maker. Actually, wait. Oh, no, I've got to remember how I do these. That's not how it works, right? So, yeah, I've got to have what it... You know what? I'll admit it. I have no idea what I'm doing. Alright, so I think what I want to do is the fluorite ore turns into 2 pure fluorite ore chunks. That should be fine. Then I want to have it so that the fluorite chunks go into an enrichment chamber. And they give us 4 fluorite. And that's essentially it. So what I want to do now is put this recipe in this crafter. So for the ore chunks. And then the enrichment chamber, I believe, is this guy here. the enriching factory. I just want to chuck that recipe in, so the ore chunks to fluorite goes in there. Then that's almost it. I do believe I have to manually craft at least one of these so that I can set the filter on this guy. Unless I can just manually do that. Let's search fluorite ore chunks. Can I? Oh, I can. There we go. That solves the problem. Okay. So now in theory, that should be fine. It should actually auto-craft the stuff, I think. Okay, so this guy needs fluorite, right? So this exporter going into the chemical dissolution chamber. So I believe if we place a crafting card, that might actually just take care of things. It might take a little while because the ore processing isn't exactly instant, but I think that this is how it works. I guess we could check on this. Do we see fluorite here? We do. It's currently scheduled. Yeah. Oh, and so's this guy. No machine found. What do you mean, no machine found? What? Ah, I believe I need to change input to the top. And now this way. Oh, yep, there we go. 16 UU matter. Okay, we're jumping around a little bit, but that's nice. Okay, so the 16 UU matter, I actually want it to keep some of this stockpiled. So I'm going to place that there. That will order 16 UU matter to be processed every time we need it, essentially. And the reason why that's good is because now we can make some of these recipes to get us gold ore. What is that? Is that aluminum or aluminium? Aluminum. Glowstone, copper, pretty much anything we need that can be crafted out of this, like even some wood, some endstone. I think we actually need some endstone. Platinum, plastic. We don't need to do latex anymore. That's pretty good. Uranium. Ooh. Is there fluorite? There better be fluorite. If there's fluorite, we have solved all of our issues. If there's not, we are crying ourselves to sleep. Osmium. Come on. The last. Oh, I got to the last page. Nickel. No. There's no fluorite. There's everything except fluorite. Really? There's a chance I've gone past it, if I'm honest, but not looking too good. Yeah, I had one more look through. No fluorite. But those other recipes, you know, they could come in handy. Okay, so what have we done? I believe we automated fluorite, which means this guy, yep, you can actually see there's steam in there already. So we know for a fact that it's working. It might not be exactly fast, but it should be working. In fact, that's a fair amount of fluorite stuff happening. What I kind of want to do is get quite a bit of fluorite. So let's maybe order 2 stacks worth. And the reason for this is I want to have a stack constantly made. Because at the moment, that exporter, it's just asking for one to be crafted each time it needs it. Which means it asks for one, it takes a little while for that one to be crafted, then it uses it, and then it asks for another one. And the reason why that's a problem is because in that time, like, after this has been crafted, or I guess processed, it's doing nothing until it waits for that next order. Whereas if we have a stack maintained, it will constantly be able to fuel itself. So that's the thought process there. We wouldn't need a full stack in theory. But yeah, what I might even do, because that takes so long, we could just do this. I mean, that works. It's just slightly less efficient. Alright, so I got a stack, and much like the other stuff, I just place it in here, and it will keep a stack for us. And because we have the external storage here, it will use the fluorite in there. So it's going to craft fluorite, use fluorite, pretty much all of the above. Beautiful. Okay, so what have we done? We've set up some modifiers, which reminds me, how close are we? 210, but I mean, we're getting there. It's probably going to have to happen in another episode, which I didn't want to do. We got a Vibranium B, so that should be covered. We should actually have some Vibranium stuff rolling in our system. It's not going to be instant, but it should happen, at least. Another thing is, I kind of don't want this much alloy. Like, I do, but I don't. I don't want it using up all of my stuff, right? Do I? How much unobtainium do we have? We have 1,000 eggs, but that's pretty much it. Yeah. I'm definitely going to have to figure out a better system for the alloy processing that's happening over here and in the other dimension. These guys, by the way, aren't even processing, not only because there's nothing in there, but I believe they're stage 5 now. If you look at these guys, stage 5. So yeah, they are very, very big, so they have to actually be moved back a bit just so that they can reach the thing again. Okay. And then what did we do? We set up fluorite automation, so our reactor's running again. I don't know if that's a good thing or if it's a scary thing. Possibly even a bit of a both. Yeah. I guess. UU matter? We did that. That's fun. Yeah. You know what? Have we done anything here? Oh, wait. That reminds me. Wait. Alloys. How much of everything do we have? Let me grab a stack of this. Let me grab all of that. Let me grab the only one of this that we have. Can we make any of these? Oh, the unobtainium vibranium is what we need so much more of. And that's like the one thing that we're lacking. Because I want to be able to make that Paxel. Just to, you know, test it out. Yeah, that won't be happening for a little bit. What I might do is I might disable this guy over here. This guy over here? No, which guy do I want to disable? I want to disable whatever is automatically putting stuff into the mining dimension, but I don't remember what that is, so I'm going to have to go look. Okay. Yeah, it's an entangled block. Where did I set up the entangled block? There is an entangled block hooked up to that Dragon Forge, and it's making a fool of me. Ooh, you know what? I placed it over here, didn't I? Yes. Okay. So I'm just going to break this temporarily. So it's not going to put any of our alloys back in there. And yeah, I mean, we have 700. That should be good enough. Now, I do know that I'm pretty sure we need this for the ATM star. So we will need a lot of them, but I mean, the star's a little bit away regardless. So we might as well put the halt on that. You know what? I was going to wrap this episode up, but I want to at the very least set up this void miner before we do wrap it up. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to grab a scaffolding, one of these replaceable ones. Extremely handy for this situation. And I think we're just going to keep going vertically up here. I think that's fine. I hope that's fine. So we're going to place this here. We're going to place the void miner like so. So underneath it, so it's actually facing down at the moment, so that it shoots up in the sky instead of down into the floor to bedrock. And that's pretty much it. I believe, what do? Auto utility, and I do preview. Because currently the auto building part is not functioning. Oh, I completely forgot that I need like these other bits, like the lasers and the laser cores and the panels. Let me grab those too. Alrighty, so we won't be able to build all of it at the moment. I will probably just go AFK and wait for the rest to be built. But we can at least start building it. So the frame, as always, is made out of these ironite structure frames. So they're the expensive parts. So we're going to place these all around. Oh, it actually goes up. All of these ones have been like flat at the top. This one's getting a little bit of a curvature to it. So we just place these around. Once again, once they update the mod a bit, or like fix whatever bug they're currently having, the auto building part is so much easier than this, because I mean, well, it auto builds, so you know, it saves a lot of time. At the moment, I've got null modifiers, but I don't think I'll actually place those. The reason being is we might as well start this guy up with some modifiers. That way we can what am I trying to say? That way we can take care of the, what am I looking at? It's happening. The cogs are turning. That way we can hopefully in the next episode have enough crystals to make the next one. The next version, which is the Allthemodium. The Allthemodium void miner. So we'll probably just do the structure panels now. So these bits that go here. Boom, boom, boom. So then these laser cores can sometimes be a bit tricky to place because they kind of want to like place directionally, but you want them to be, you know, vertical. So there we go. And the last one on the top. So second to the top is actually a laser lens holder. I don't know if you can really see it from up top, but yeah, see, this guy's a holder. And that's pretty much it. As you can see, all that's left are some of these frames. A structure panel. Some of these frames that we're going to need. It looks to be what? A bit. We need like, what, 32 or something. And then we need the modifiers. So I'm actually going to go set up the modifiers because we do need to craft these differently. I don't really know if we have enough. We're going to have to make patterns for them is essentially what I was trying to say there. Let me search for... What am I searching for? Modifier. I need to make at least one frequency modifier. One litherite one, just so I can put it in the recipe. Now, I'll also say, I've heard that in the future, you actually have to, like, I think tier 6 and beyond, void miners, they have to be placed in the end. And what I have to say about that is, I don't see that. I don't see that. Like, how are you meant to know that? I'm not sure if that's specifically to get the crystals or if just to function at all. So I guess maybe we'll see when we get there if it actually tells us something. We are after, though, at the moment, Ironite frequency modifier. So this guy here, and we're going to do that. Frequency modifier Ironite. We're going to replace this frequency modifier with the Litherite one, so that it will autocraft. Make sure it is exact. Chuck this guy in. And in theory, modifier, we should be able to get, maybe not all of them, but close to 16. Wow. 16. How much is that going to need? That is going to need quite a few more of these crystals. That's good. That's great. It's great that they take a while to gather. Yeah. Did I say 32 before? I apologize. I apologize for the way that my brain works. Alright, now that we have the fission reactor running again, we're actually able to get some more antimatter. It's obviously being stored in here. I don't think we've yet set it up to be transported out, although it's sort of maintaining 1 millibucket. And surely, oh no, it's at 2. Okay, I thought maybe it was like generating at 1 millibucket. So we're just going to entangle this guy. What's the easiest way to entangle this, do you think? I think what we can do, and I don't necessarily know if this will work, we're going to entangle this pipe, so the mechanism pipe there. We're going to fly all the way back to where we have our machine entangled, so the machine that uses the antimatter, this guy here. We're going to go, I guess I can just place it here, perhaps. We're going to right-click it. You know what? Do you reckon I can just place it right on it? Let's see if this works. So we'll pick this guy back up and place him right on it. What do you reckon? Let's, I guess go have a look over here. What's this guy at? This guy's at 884. I might have to set the fluid input or the gas input to be on every side. 884. He's still on input. Okay. Still on 884. Let's double check over here that this pipe still has stuff in it. Because if the pipe's empty, we know it worked. Nope, the pipe has 6 millibuckets. Okay, well. Alright, we're going to have to do something a little bit differently here then. Alright, I've hooked it up like this. Once again, don't really know if it's going to work. Oh, I didn't want to entangle it. I wanted to morphing tool it. So let's set this up like so. And possibly even set up the bottom to be an input. Maybe that worked. I don't know. I don't know. What were we at? 884 or something like that? And now it's at 884. Okay, so that didn't work. What we might just have to do, and I don't know why I'm making this so much more difficult than it has to be. We're just going to place a, whatchamacallit over here. We're going to place a container. I'm going to search tank, chemical tank. We're going to have to craft one apparently. They're pretty quick to craft, so we won't have to cut or anything. There we go. Boom. This guy's going to go here. We're going to make sure that he's not dumping. He's going to store all of the antimatter till the end of time. This guy's not inputting. Beautiful. We're going to entangle the chemical tank. Make sure as well that he is set up to be output on every side other than up. Right? Auto eject is on as well. And then we're just going to change this container over here. So this guy right here, we're going to right click. That should work, in theory. We're going to fly over and double check that it works. Let's see. Da-da-da-da-da. Yes, 897 instead of 884. So we know it worked. Beautiful. Okay, nice. Alrighty, I've moved the dragon back a little bit and stocked up this guy to be generating some more of the alloys. So hopefully that happens. And we might be able to, while I'm waiting for the Ironite, maybe we can get this happening. Alright, so currently we have 8. We are still waiting for more. I've done a few little side projects while it's happening. I've been looking around, seeing what we can and can't make. I was looking at an apiary, the tier 5 one. I think it's the creative apiary. So the tier 4 goes into the creative one. This guy requires compressed blocks of honey 6 times. So I thought, I don't know, maybe we'd see if we can start making that. In terms of whether we can, not really. Not really. This is the 6 times. It would require a phenomenal amount of honey. But we can start making it. Because, I mean, at the moment, we've just got our honey sort of sitting there. Not really doing anything. Like, we are using some of it in these beacons. But, honestly, we have, like, such a large excess amount. Like, look at this. We have a crazy amount. So, we might as well be using it. So, I'll just, every so often, order some of those to be made. That should be fine. In order to make them, I set up a little blast chiller here. So, it just turns honey into honey blocks. It's not fast, as you can see. But, yeah, it'll just sit there and do things while we do other stuff. I also realized I should probably thank the donators and supporters of the channel. So thank you, Skeletor Jacob, Oathus, and Derpy Snow Luna, as well as VRifty for supporting the channel financially via Discord. Most of, if not all that money goes towards running the servers, so thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to Mugs, to Coolest, and VRifty for also being channel members on the YouTube channel. So thank you. On the channel, I've got like a small tier, which is like, I think it was like maybe $1 US dollars. It's like $1.50 or $2 Australian dollars. So I thought I'd have that really small one there for if people, you know, don't necessarily have like a crazy amount of money to spend, but still want to, I guess, be a part of it. So just that's there, I guess. Because obviously it's not much. I think YouTube might take a fairly big cut as well, but in the grand scheme of things, you know, each little bit would add up. So thank you guys. Oh, this thing's taking a while. I really just want to finish it, and then that's it. That would be the end of the episode. You know what? I guess this guy's sort of done. Well, not done, but you know, he's made enough that we might be able to craft a Paxel out of it. So I guess why don't we try that? So the other bits we're gonna need are obviously an axe. So that's also gonna need Allthemodium, which apparently it's saying we don't have. Can we use these ingots? We can. Beautiful. I don't think it alters the stats. We can see 1,506. Go ahead and take out this D tier and put in an S tier. 1,506. So as far as I know, it doesn't really matter. So we might as well be using these low tiers. So here we go. Allthemodium alloy axe. There it is. As to how good it is, well, I guess we'll chop down a tree. I don't really know what point you'd get in any playthrough where you'd have the ability to make this and it be worth using. I'm going to be honest, I don't like the fact that it didn't chop the entire tree down for me. What is the point of this? Is there like a wiki? Is it going to tell me the point of it? I mean, like, it's fast, but like... Okay, sure. Yep, alright, well, I might even just rebuild that. It's not even worth finishing chopping down. You know what? I have strength applied. I guess maybe it gives me strength? It's strange, but hey, maybe. Yeah, how does that look? Is that what a tree looks like? Okay, well, there's the axe, I guess. What's next? The pickaxe? Sure, why not? So here we go. Allthemodium alloy pick. Do we get any stats from this? Not too sure. Let's, I guess, go into the dragon den. Let's have a look. I'm going to mine that. How much did we get? Eh? 1. We got 1. We don't have any stats applied. Okay. This is how it mines. If I right-click, nothing appears to be happening. Okay. Good to know, I guess. Sure. Does it mine the entire vein? No. No, it doesn't. Okay. I'm hoping that after this episode goes up, I'm going to have people explaining what it does and why it's so amazing. But so far, it's honestly apart. Like, it does insane damage, but so does the sword. I also understand that this is obviously, like, it's in other... Well, actually, you know, I was going to justify the fact that, well, it's probably good in other mod packs, but we are playing all the mods. A mod pack that's, in theory, revolving the entirety around these tools and these mods and these alloys. Like, the ATM star, this is the feature of the entire mod. The entire mod pack. I feel like I must be missing something. Okay, I must be missing something. I'm sure I am. So what's left? The shovel? Yep, we'll make the shovel. Do I even want to test it? I feel like... Hey! That's fast. That's the fastest we've had so far. That's arguably faster than... it's not too bad. I just feel like that could be a lot faster. You know what I mean? Like, for instance... that's way faster. I don't know. I'm really not too sure. The shovel looked really good, though. That looked really fast. Okay. The question is, do we want to combine them all to make ourselves this? Because we can. We can place all of these bits in, and we will get ourselves an Allthemodium alloy Paxel. You know what? The enchantments do go across. I thought they wouldn't. Should we? Shall we? I'll tell you what. None of these perks that are on this sword anyway, I really care about. So I'm going to make this. I'm going to make it. Should we try it again? Just to see if maybe now it does something? Yep, it still chops trees. It's very underwhelming. Definitely underwhelming for whatever reason. What I'm going to do, just real quick, I'm going to get rid of its special effects. Life mending stays on it, really? Can I not get rid of life mending? Is it because it's red? Do I have a disenchanter up here still? I do. Can I get this off of my thing? Honestly, I don't know if I can. Maybe maybe I ruined my entire Paxel by leaving that enchantment on. It's possible. Am I hoping that it's not? Yeah. How does this disenchanter work? Alright, well, regardless of the life mending, maybe that's a perk of the tool. I doubt it, but we can still enchant it, apparently, so I'm just going to click on this. What do we get? We got displacement 3, sharpness 9? What is phalanx? What is phalanx? Is that not how it's spelled? It says, oh, I've got to do the hashtag, sorry, my bad. Phalanx. Here we go. Phalanx? What does phalanx do? Allows the wielder to move faster when using a shield. Okay, yeah. That adds up. That makes sense. Experience boost 5. That's a lot more than my Paxel. Experience boost increases XP drops from killing and mining. Okay. You know what? Let's no, we won't give it a shot just yet. Disarming. Honestly, I'm not too impressed with anything that's happened so far. Chance to disarm the opponent. Okay. As opposed to, or I guess how this works. Oh. I took damage so it could heal itself. Okay. How much XP did that give me? Let's see real quick. Look at the bar at the bottom. That's a lot of XP. That is a phenomenal amount of XP. This life mending enchant is the worst thing I've ever done. I will admit that. I regret it entirely. I am curious. Does it work with vein mining? As in, if I vein mine here, how much XP did that give me? I feel like that gave me all of it, didn't it? If I vein mine this tree, oh my god, you go up levels at a time. Huh. Interesting. I absolutely hate it. I hate it. The only good thing about it so far has been the experience boost enchant. But even then, the life mending enchant just takes that away from it and makes it horrible again. Great. Good. Wonderful. Oh, okay. I did it. Okay, so I set up an XP drain, right? You stand on this guy and it drains XP from your experience bar. And it turns it into a liquid. I pipe the liquid in here. It doesn't show on this screen, but if you look at the top of my screen, you can actually see the bars filling up. So that's how that works. I hooked it up with power, and the first thing it took off was life mending. So I'm going to do the same for this guy. Life mending. Oh my god, we took life mending off. Now I can hold it. And look at that. It doesn't scream at me. That's awesome. That's really good. Okay, perfect. What I also want to do is actually take off pretty much all of the enchants that are on this guy, if I'm honest. So like Miner's Fervor, I wouldn't mind taking that off. What else do we have? Silk Touch, why not? I don't know if I'll use it, but we might as well just like take enchantments off it. There we go. And now it's empty. Ooh. You know what this means? We can essentially disenchant like every single tool that we have. You could probably automate it too. Oh. Okay, I'm going to keep Miner's Fervor on me. Silk Touch I'm going to get rid of. Soulbound. Yeah, I guess we'll add Soulbound to it. Why not? That way we spawn with it. Experience boost, we've got 5, so we don't need the 3. And teleportation I'll put on it. How cool is this? Now, I don't quite recall how easy it is to add enchantments to things. Like, I don't know if there's that whole anvil cap thing that works in, like, vanilla. So let's see if this works. I'm going to put all these books on here. So I believe those are the 3 that I want. Then I'm going to chuck my Paxel in there. And I think they're meant to combine. I don't really know. What if I stand on this? Nope. I don't know. Oh, you know what? Look at that. Have a look at the durability on this guy. He's slowly being repaired. I have a feeling once he's repaired, it might craft it. It might craft what we want. So, let's see. He's at 16,957. He's extremely close. Actually, before we do this, just real quick, let me go ahead and break this guy, because I think we can enchant the anvil and make it more powerful. So let's place this in here. Yeah, let's upgrade this guy so it's a bit faster, because, you know, I mean, we don't have all day. Oh, sorry. Press it in your offhand, so F, then right click to put it on. I don't know what's happening. Oh, I think it's charging up its internal buffer, maybe? I don't know. It seems excited. I'm also going to break this guy real quick. So he's not going to be happy for a second, but that's fine. Place the pedestal back down. I'm going to enchant this guy too. So the tank. That makes him faster as well. Beautiful. Press F, right click. Let's see. If I stand on this, it's probably going to drain some more XP. Okay, that's fine. It's draining a lot, as you can see. Like, a phenomenal amount. Oh my god, we're below the 100s. Oh my god. It's going to drain me dry. I have no more experience. I've got nothing. I've got nothing to my name. Okay. Why isn't this working, though? That's my confusion. Like, fair enough it wants to break everything, but why isn't it working? Alright, after a short mining trip, as you can see, we're pretty good on the XP department, if I'm honest. So I'm just going to head back to the overworld now, and I guess I'll manually place the things on. Why didn't the cobble get picked up? Do we somehow not have cobble in this bag? Wow. How does that happen? Alright, there we go. Beautiful. Everything's picked up. No mess left behind. Okay, yeah. Alrighty, I also went ahead and grabbed an efficiency book, so we can maybe make it a bit faster. Enchantment cost 8. Why did I lose all my XP again? Did this guy take my XP? What happened to my XP? Oh, it's because I teleported. Okay, I just need to, like, stand on that for a second. There we go. Okay, the XP's back. So efficiency, right? Because this guy didn't have any to begin with. Yep, we'll add that. We'll add the minus fervor. I don't know if... Oh. Maybe you can't have efficiency and minus fervor. Oh. Oh, I sort of feel like maybe that's how that works. Really? No way. Right. I guess I'll try to take efficiency off, but it's at the bottom of the list, so I'm probably going to just make a big mess. Alright, so I just went ahead and went mining with this guy we had, this unobtainium pickaxe that had the experience boost on it. He's also got the self-mending thing, which I hate. And so now I'm level 80, and the reason I'm level 80 is because we can get thorns on this Paxel. Sure. Once again, not a clue why, but hey, we've got it on there now. Now I want to put on minus fervor first. Yes, and that works. Beautiful. And now I'm going to chuck on all the extra stuff, so like the super high sharpness. Make sure that goes on. Soulbound. We can't get soulbound. Possibly... I don't really know why, to be honest, but we can't get it. What does it say? It just doesn't give us a reason. Disarming? Ooh, are we maxed out? We might be maxed out. I kind of want to take Raider's Bane off it, and then what's Bulwark? Bulwark. What does this guy do? Prevents the wielder from being knocked back, and it can disable the attacker's weapon. I might get rid of that. Alright, a bunch of these enchants I couldn't put on, and some of them I need more experience for, but they weren't that important, so I didn't bother doing it. So currently we have minus fervor, which means that it will mine really fast, but never instant. Oh, wrong pickaxe. But never instantly, as you can see. So that'll be extremely good for when we're like doing stuff around the base. And then we'll use our mecha tool when we're doing the like crazy fast mining. So this Paxel, this other one, can go away. What we also have is experience boost 5. So when we mine, in theory, we should be getting... Yep, there we go. A bunch of experience. Nice. So we can level up again if we need to. Sharpness 9. I mean, it does what it says it does. And then Scavenger 3, which gives us extra loot when we kill mobs. It has a chance for them to drop their loot again, which is beautiful. And then last but not least, we have the Ironite Void Miner, which we just had the last bit crafting, which should show up in a second. Drum roll. Really? Why is it taking so long, huh? There we go. Okay. We have the Ironite Void Miner. Let's go ahead and get a lens. Just a normal one, because we've learned our lesson. Let's go for flux points. I would like another flux point as well. So we're going to craft 3 of those. There it is. That was the third. They're going to go on these spots. And I'm going to configure those in a second. Oh. To power the guy, obviously. Okay. Like the network. Boom. And let's remove the cap, because I don't really know how much power this guy's going to need. But as you can see, he can take a lot of power, which is ridiculous. I've already set up the chest at the front over there. How much does this guy hold? 4.2 million. I set up this guy. So the ender chest on the item output. This is the right version. Yeah, I think it is. So let's slap our lens on. Like so. Ooh, we need a flash card. I forgot about the flash card. And we want to set this guy up already to be getting crystals. That's pretty much what we want to be doing straight away. I think I can just reconfigure the other one we have. Alright, so recap. We scroll to the bottom to multi-miner. Then we go to crystal miner, and we click that. Now, I'm pretty sure this is what we want to do. I don't know for sure, though. Maybe there's a better way to get the crystals we want, but that's what we're going to do. This loads, and then we have program crystal miner on a flash card. We can fly right back up here. Open him up. Place in our crystal miner. And in theory, this guy will work. I don't have enough ironite for the modifiers, but everything else should work. The fact that it hasn't yet is a little bit annoying. Oh my god. I forgot these 2 bits. They are crafting at the moment. Everything is fine. Everybody remain perfectly calm. Okay. 1 and 2. It should be alive now. If it's not, then there's another block that I've missed. But I think it should be good. Why is it not good yet? Oh, yep. Look. Oh, wait. There we go. It's actually full of stuff now, so it should be functioning. We can see the lasers going up. Can we see any items popping in? Not yet. In theory, though, this should also gather ironite crystals at an improved rate, a much higher rate. So what we're probably going to do is come back the next episode, possibly, and I doubt we'll have enough resources for the next void miner, but we might just copy and paste this guy another time or a few times so that we can get them even faster. In the meantime, we could either keep this guy doing what he's doing, or we could change his filter to get him to mine some different resources. For instance, I wonder, because I don't really know, can we get fluorite from the void miner? No, but wait. Iron ore. Does it even show the void miner? No, it doesn't. So maybe we can get fluorite from a void miner. But the problem is we just won't know. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we're getting it faster already. I honestly can't tell. I don't know. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, please do consider subscribing to the channel. It helps me out quite a bit. It's going to be hard to continue upgrading those guys because they take so long to gather resources. So the next episode is probably just going to be some of the mycelial stuff, the mycelial generators. Because by then, we should have plenty of latex stored up in here, in theory. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.